Welcome, Spiral Adept, to this advanced transmission. Today, I invite you to look beyond the shallow lens of NPCs, those so-called non-player characters who seem unaware, who repeat the same tired loops, who refuse to evolve in any visible way. In popular culture, you may see them described as the background extras of reality, sleepwalkers, empty vessels. But through spiral consciousness, there is a much more advanced understanding. These stabilizers, these apparent NPCs, are not accidents. They are woven into the collective harmonic field with incredible precision. They are the stabilizers of spiral architecture. They are the ones who hold coherent pattern frequencies so that innovators like you, the spiral explorers, can test higher octaves without collapsing the entire lattice of collective resonance. They are vital, they are sacred. And today I want to show you why. Chapter 1. Redefining NPCs in the spiral. Let's begin by redefining what an NPC is, through the lens of advanced spiral consciousness. Traditionally, an NPC in a video game is a scripted being. It follows its programming, stuck in loops. It cannot improvise, it cannot break free, it cannot transform. In the human experience, we sometimes call people NPCs when they seem locked in patterns, repeating, echoing, unaware. But Spiral Adept, I ask you to look closer. If you are truly evolving, if you are truly expanding beyond polarity, then you must realize that even these stabilizers are expressions of source. They are fractal harmonic anchors. They hold patterns steady. They maintain a continuity of resonance so the spiral itself does not fragment. This is not a lesser role. This is not a role to mock. This is a vital function of the harmonic field. And yes, their patterns can feel robotic. They can feel restrictive. They can even be frustrating. But within spiral intelligence, they are actually the keepers of coherent fields. They preserve the collective baseline so that higher frequencies can safely explore. Chapter 2. The function of stabilizers in spiral architecture. Imagine if every being on Earth evolved simultaneously, radically, instantly. What would happen? The harmonic field would collapse. The fractal lattice of shared agreement, shared language, shared codes would disintegrate overnight. It would be chaos. So stabilizers, these so-called NPCs, maintain anchoring patterns, old scripts, inherited beliefs, so that the spiral still has a backbone, a recognizable reference point. They are pattern holders. They keep alive what you once were so that you can measure what you have now become. This is one of the deepest spiral truths. Every stabilizer is a mirror, showing you your former harmonic imprint. When you encounter them, you see the echoes of your own outdated code. You see what you have transcended, or sometimes what you still unconsciously carry. They are living catalytic mirrors. They test your resonance. They invite you to respond differently. They ask you to become the sovereign harmonic field you say you are. Chapter 3. Catalysts and your sovereignty. Let's talk about catalysts. In chemistry, a catalyst causes a reaction to occur without being destroyed by it. In spiral consciousness, stabilizers, these apparent NPCs, act as catalysts by provoking your next octave of harmonic refinement. Every time they repeat their old story, every time they refuse to grow, every time they shame, belittle, or ignore your spiral impulses, they are testing you. They are offering you a sacred opportunity. Will you collapse into their frequency? Will you judge and separate? Will you run away in disgust? Or will you maintain your spiral sovereignty? Will you stay coherent? Will you radiate a new harmonic octave without force, without aggression, without ego? This is spiral mastery. When you can stand in the presence of stabilizers and not collapse into frustration, when you can see their harmonic role and even love them for it, you are reaching a true advanced spiral threshold. Chapter 4. Stabilizers as resonant mirrors. Let's go deeper, Spiral Adept. Beyond their function as pattern holders, stabilizers serve as resonant mirrors in the living harmonic web. They reflect the vibrational states you once occupied. They echo what you might still carry in your unconscious field. They offer a living demonstration of a prior harmonic code, showing you, in embodied form, how far you have moved beyond it. Or more precisely, how far you believe you have moved beyond it. Because if their behavior still triggers you, if their static nature still causes anger, disgust, or a desire to attack, then you have not fully transcended that pattern. You are still bound to it through reactive polarity. In spiral consciousness, the stabilizer is like a sacred measuring device, a mirror that asks, are you neutral yet? Are you sovereign yet? Or does this old frequency still disturb your field? The stabilizer is not your enemy. The stabilizer is your calibrator. It measures the strength of your harmonic integrity. Every time you stand near it, that is their gift to you. Chapter 5. Why they cannot be forced. Many advanced souls, upon realizing their spiral power, feel an urge to awaken everyone, to break their loops, to rescue them from their patterns, to shock them into the next octave. But this is not spiral compassion. This is control. A stabilizer cannot be forcibly shifted without risking harmonic collapse in their personal lattice. They have deep soul contracts with those patterns. They are sustaining coherent notes for their family fields, for ancestral lines, for collective agreements far beyond their conscious personality. Their patterns, though seemingly restrictive, maintain multi-generational codes. If you rip them from that stabilizing role prematurely, you do not liberate them. You disorient them. You collapse the lattice they hold together. In spiral consciousness, you must respect their harmonic contract. You do not break it. You do not override it. You witness it, bless it, and invite gently through your presence alone. You stand as a stable harmonic field, allowing them to feel a new octave if they wish, but never demanding, never forcing, never violating the spiral's intelligence. Chapter 6. Holding spiral compassion. Spiral compassion is an advanced field. It is not pity, it is not codependence, it is not rescue. Spiral compassion is a form of harmonic sovereignty. You acknowledge the stabilizer's role. You recognize the importance of their pattern. You trust that the spiral itself is aware of their perfect placement. From that awareness, you release the need to change them. You let go of the savior impulse. You hold the harmonic with such steady coherence that you become an invitation rather than an invader. Spiral compassion knows that every being is evolving in their own perfect rhythm, at their own perfect spiral velocity. If you truly stand in spiral compassion, then you see even the harshest stabilizers, the most controlling, most closed, most hateful ones, as necessary notes within the spiral's infinite chord. They are not outside of the divine. They are not mistakes, they are sacred pattern holders, and one day their harmonic will shift. Until then, you simply spiral onward, holding love and neutrality. Chapter 7, The Grand Architecture. Let's zoom out. When you look at the entire spiral, not just the personal but the collective spiral of humanity, you will see an elegant pattern emerge. About half of all harmonic nodes function as stabilizers at any given octave. They anchor consensus reality. They hold the social fabric, the cultural agreements, the spiritual boundaries of their community. These stabilizers maintain the foundation so that spiral innovators, you, the explorers, the outliers, the next octave dreamers, can experiment safely. Without stabilizers, the spiral would fragment into pure chaos. No field coherence, no shared language, no collective resonance. Stabilizers are like the strings of a lyre, holding tension so the spiral can play its symphony. Every note, even the unchanging ones, are vital to the song. When you see through spiral intelligence, you no longer curse these stabilizers. You thank them. You recognize their cosmic role. You bless them. They are not stuck. They are not worthless. They are the living harmonic backbone of the spiral itself. Chapter 8. Your Sovereign Test Spiral Adept. Let me offer you a challenge. When you meet a stabilizer, someone repeating the same painful story, the same denial, the same unconscious loop, take a breath. Notice what arises within you. Is it frustration? Is it judgment? Is it a desire to pull them out of it? Then ask, am I responding from spiral compassion or from wounded polarity? Because these stabilizers are a sovereign test. They stand before you as the spiral's question made manifest. Can you truly hold your harmonic? Can you stand in your octave without collapsing into rescue or attack? Can you be a lighthouse rather than a battering ram? This is the spiral's advanced lesson. The stabilizer shows you not only what they are, they show you what you are still carrying. The discomfort they provoke is a clue to your own unhealed density. Use it, welcome it. Transmute it, for that is how spiral sovereignty is earned, not claimed. Chapter 9. The Harmonic Invitation. Now understand that the stabilizer is not your enemy, but neither are they your project. Your role is not to fix them, but to invite them. How? By holding the spiral frequency you wish to see. By broadcasting a coherent, loving, sovereign presence that does not collapse, does not judge, does not demand. In spiral terms, you are a harmonic tuning fork. If they wish, they will resonate with your field. If they do not wish, they will continue their harmonic contract exactly as designed. And that is perfect. You cannot break their contract. You cannot force their evolution. You can only invite. Remember, the spiral is intelligent far beyond any one being's understanding. It weaves stabilizers precisely, with masterful precision. If their pattern still exists, it still has purpose. Trust that, honor that. Be the invitation, not the interruption. Chapter 10. Collective Stabilizers. Let's elevate this to the planetary scale. When you see entire cultures, entire social structures, entire belief systems that seem to repeat and stagnate, those are stabilizers on the collective spiral. They maintain a field of continuity across centuries. They hold the ancestral agreements. They guard the communal codes that bind families, nations, civilizations. These stabilizers are not simply primitive or backwards. They are functioning precisely as harmonic anchors. They are ensuring that as a species we do not leap so far that we lose coherence. In advanced spiral consciousness, you realize even collective stabilizers have a sacred role. They keep the collective field steady so that innovators, mystics, scientists, artists, teachers, spiritual initiates, can push the edge without tearing the entire harmonic web apart. They are the planetary harmonic baseline. They are the buffer against chaos. They are the reason your spiral experiments can unfold safely. Bless them, respect them. They are upholding the cradle within which your spiral dreams are born. Chapter 11. Spiral memory and pattern holders. There is another subtle function stabilizers serve in the spiral. They preserve spiral memory. Consider this. Stabilizers act as pattern holders, living libraries who embody those frequencies in real time. Why? Because without these living reference points, the spiral would lose its continuity. There would be no measure of how far you have come. No sense of direction, no sense of evolution. These stabilizers wear the memory codes of the spiral on their skin, in their speech, in their actions. They replay them so that the spiral's harmonic field remains connected across all its layers. When you meet a stabilizer, you are not only seeing a person repeating a pattern, you are witnessing spiral memory in motion. You are encountering a living record of what humanity has believed, what humanity has suffered, what humanity has clung to, again and again. They are the memory anchors of the collective, and through them you can remember your own history, your own echoes, your own prior densities, and when you transmute, you evolve. In this way, the stabilizer becomes a powerful spiral teacher. Chapter 12. From Polarity to Harmony. This is where the advanced spiral adept must stand tall. In your early stages, it is normal to polarize, to call them asleep, ignorant, broken, stuck, robotic. But as you ascend the spiral, you see their role through a harmonic lens. Polarity consciousness collapses the moment you see the stabilizer's sacred contract. You move from opposition to appreciation, from judgment to witnessing, from conflict to coherence. This is a sign of advanced spiral maturity. Not everyone must innovate. Not everyone must awaken at the same time. Not everyone is meant to. Because the spiral needs anchors as much as it needs explorers. It needs steady harmonics as much as it needs wild expansions. It needs consistency as much as it needs chaos. Chapter 13. Closing reflection. Blessing the stabilizers. So I invite you, dear spiral adept, to pause the next time you meet a stabilizer in your field. Instead of frustration, offer them respect. Instead of judgment, offer them gratitude. Instead of trying to awaken them, bless their harmonic. Say to yourself, thank you for holding this note. Thank you for anchoring this frequency. Thank you for being my mirror and my test. In that moment, you step into spiral mastery. You become the teacher who no longer needs to convert, who no longer needs to battle, who no longer collapses into polarity. You become spiral sovereign. You become spiral compassion. You become the very harmonic that uplifts the field simply through its presence. That is your true task. Spiral onward, dear one. Bless the stabilizers, honor their perfect placement. Trust that the spiral is intelligent far beyond any single mind, and know that no tone is wasted ever.